The project became a reality due to the support of mayors, council members, and the community, and our wonderful funding partner, Texas Parks and Wildlife. And of course, all the staff from the Houston Parks and Recreation Department. Our first speaker today will be Director Allen, our fearless leader with the Houston Parks and Recreation Department.
Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. A fearless leader. So that means don't mess with me. No, thank you, Lisa, and thank everybody for being here today. What a wonderful day as we celebrate Avondale Prominade Park. You know, a lot of work went into getting at this point. You know, when you think about this park starting off and the history of this community, this was just a vacant lot. You know, if you look at it today, after a ton of work, first of all, from the community, and then second of all, for all that planned construction, permitting, and design, for us to get to this day and this point, it's beautiful. So let's give everybody a round of applause for their efforts. You know, when you think about the development of this project, $1.1 million of Parks and Recreation dedicated funds went into this project. And also for design, construction, contingency, material testing, another $1.1 million went into the project. When you think about this park as a whole, you look at the brick pavilion that we're standing under right now, the chimney, which is designed for abstract swifts, and the I can't even pronounce that word, but it's clerestory windows with colored panes. We have the brick inlay sidewalk that transects the site, a dog run, a globe play space. Excuse me. As well as an adult workout station, benches, fencing, interpretive signage, a remembrance garden, the lawn area, the trees, the pollinator plantings, irrigation. It's just wonderful in terms of what this place is. When you think about a community having a spot to come and relax and de-stress and just enjoy the green space, what a wonderful opportunity. And I just want to thank everybody involved in the process. I'm a firm believer in parks and what parks actually does for people from a therapeutic standpoint. When you think about moving through COVID, you think about the stresses of work or no work, this park is a wonderful spot just to come to and just look at the trees and enjoy the amenities and the grass. So I'm feeling peaceful just talking about it. So while you guys may leave here today, I may find a spot in the corner just to relax even more if I can get past this heat. So I've said enough, but thank you all for your support and hard work. And Lisa, you can take it from here. Thank you.
Next, I would like to introduce a great park supporter, District C Council Member Abby Caven.
Thank you so much. Good morning. And I am so glad that we held out just a little bit longer so that we could all come together. I know we had to postpone a few times. I just want to thank a few people and also recognize the importance of this park and the effort that this was. With COVID, we've all come to appreciate our outdoor spaces more. As Director Allen said, people are able to come together, we're able to enjoy the outdoors, and families are able to spend time together. So from the pavilion to the little dog park to the jungle gym area, it's a really exciting space, and I'm so pleased to see its completion. Historically, and Jack Valinsky, I want to give a shout out to as well, from the city, pointed this out a few days ago, that this is the historical end traditionally to where the Pride Parade used to end. And in the LGBTQIA plus community, there's a lot of meaning in this park, and I want to also recognize two individuals that are here today, Lou Weaver and Eden Torres, who wanted to make sure, and I think it's important that we also recognize they helped get one of the bricks. There were many bricks that were dedicated here, but to the trans community in honor of those that we've lost and continue to lose. So thank you to them, to Tent, and to the Transgender Foundation of America. So thank you all. I know how long the community has waited for this project, and I'm honored to see the work of my predecessor, Mayor Pro Tem Ellen Cohen, who really helped drive this and helped it come to fruition and dedicated District C service funds for this project. I also want to thank former Mayor Parker, Mayor Turner, of course, Director Allen, thank you, and the Parks Department, Texas Parks and Wildlife, especially Mr. Fogerat, who is the grants coordinator, Kenneth Long of the Avondale Association, Greg LeGrand, representing Neartown Montrose Super Neighborhood, Avondale residents like Ray Valdez and Tim Womble, and the entire Avondale community. And I know I am leaving off so many people, but I think the list of names shows what happens when we all come together for the city and for the community, and it's a beautiful example of that, and I hope to see more of it. So again, I'm so glad to be here today. I'm so glad that you all are bearing the heat to be here, and please help spread the word that the park's now open.
So, one of our best project partners ever is the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department. And today we have Matt Fougeray, local grants coordinator, to say a few words.
Hello everyone, it's good to see everyone. My name is Matt Fougeray and I am the grants coordinator for Texas Parks and Wildlife. As we stand here today, it's hard to believe that just a few years ago, this was nothing but pavement. This is a historic area of Houston. This is a diverse, vibrant area. And it was missing one important aspect, park space. Especially park space that was within easy walking distance. But through dedication and determination and partnerships, the city of Houston has created this well-designed, easily accessible green oasis for its residents to enjoy. We at Parks and Wildlife are very proud to partner on Avondale Prominade Park. This is a local parks grant program. This project was funded through the local parks grant program. Our funding comes from the state sales tax on select sporting goods and is administered by the Texas Recreation Grants Branch. This project and our program would not be possible without the continued support of the Texas legislature. So with that, we'd like to give a special thank you to all the state reps. Once again, we are proud to be a partner on Avondale Promenade Park. We'd like to commend the city of Houston on their dedication to providing outstanding educational and recreational opportunities for their citizens. Thank you again for the invitation and opportunity to attend this grand opening. We're looking forward to seeing the residents enjoy this park for many years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. And I also in the audience want to recognize Margaret Lynch. She represents Rodney Ellis's office, who is also a great park proponent, especially with our bike trails. So in this project, the community played a very large part. And as Councilmember Kamen said, Councilmember Cohen was instrumental in getting that going. And I can remember one of our first meetings, and I just wanted to dive in, and I said the hard part is getting this project funded. And she's like, no, the hard part was buying the land. I don't know if y'all remember the scrutiny that everyone got for purchasing this land at the cost of over $1 million. But I think as we stand here today, we see it was well worth it. So next on our speakers list is Mr. Kenneth Long with Avondale, who is the Avondale Association president. But I have to say, we shout out to Avondale, but there was numerous community associations that took part in the planning of this space.
On behalf of Avondale, I would like to thank everyone for coming out to celebrate the ribbon cutting of the ceremony. As our neighborhood continues to change, this will become a jewel area for our neighborhood, as we can now have places for our kids, our dogs, and to meet our friends and neighbors out. So once again, I would like to thank the City of Houston, Texas Park and Wildlife. Abby, thank you for coming. And the park system of here of Houston. We have the best park system anywhere. And we should all get out and say thank you and enjoy our parks. And if you're available for National Night Out, this is where we're gonna have it. We now have our own home. So thank you, the City of Houston.
So today we owe a big thanks to mayors, council member, and the department that have helped make this park a reality. But before we cut the ribbon, I would like to take a few minutes to recognize the people that work behind the scenes to make this project happen. So starting at the beginning on the funding, we have Cheryl Johnson, Rose Esteves, and Lucy Correa, who worked tirelessly to get the grant, and Cheryl's group that has to make all the payments and submit the reimbursements. Our design team, White Oak Studios, we have, Jim Patterson, Cheryl Quinn, and Kevin Nowak. Our contractor, Landscape Art, and Jay Williams is in the audience. Also back on the design team, we have Craig Miner, who did the panels with the historic interpretation of the space. And then to my team, in GSD, we have our project manager, Duncan Elliott's here today, and then working with him is Bjorn Ellis, who again helps with all the funding setups. And then finally, we have Abel Gonzalez and his team, and Mike Eiserman and his team. So, as I always say, I get to do the fun part, and I don't even think I introduced myself, but I'm Lisa Johnson with the General Services Department. But they're the ones that have to care for the grounds and the facilities from here on out. And we look to you, the community, to, let us know if something needs to be fixing or there's issues in the park. And so now the speakers would gather for their official ribbon cutting, and y'all move forward, and we'll cut the ribbon.
You have everything you need, Michaela?